problem that we ran across, or that we found, was more people need a device than anything. And that was really probably our biggest challenge, to be able to make sure that every kid had had access.
Parents and students across the country are still dealing with the learning challenges of virtual classrooms. Native American tribes right here in Oklahoma are using coronavirus relief dollars to bridge the digital divide by making sure that Native American students have access to computers and the internet. In our continuing series, Native America, The Road to Recovery, reporter Tony Russell takes us to the small town of Dewar, where Native American students are able to learn virtually with help from the Muscogee Creek Nation.
It's the biggest decision school districts have had to tackle as the world continues grappling with the coronavirus pandemic.
I have not, seriously, I have maybe slept 3 or 4 full nights since March.
Whether to open schools during the pandemic or go virtual.
Our first day of professional development, we had 6 teachers on their very first day of a 14-day quarantine. I basically got the call the night before. And I began to tell, my principals, how are we going to have school with a fifth of our staff already gone?
Districts large and small had to make a choice, weighing the resources it had for students and faculty. In the small rural community of Dewar in Muscogee County, Oklahoma, School Superintendent Todd Bean needed a solution for distance learning. The district didn't have enough school-issued laptops, and some of its 450 students didn't have reliable internet.
It was going to make my decision much, much more difficult, because I was trying to figure out how are we going to get to make this work. When I got that email, it was almost like almost immediately, okay, we can do this now.
That email came from the Muscogee Creek Nation, which was awarded CARES Act funding from the federal government. Tribes like the Muscogee Creek Nation chose to use some of that money by providing grants to enrolled citizens to help them purchase laptops and gain better access to Wi-Fi for virtual learning.
Well, my thoughts were that it is very important, because there's a lot of students that will have to be at home, utilizing the virtual tools. So I felt like it was a great opportunity for the tribe to step in and to assist those students with the learning tools that they need.
In eastern Oklahoma, several tribes have joined the Muscogee Creek Nation, including the Choctaws and the Cherokees, in offering virtual learning grants to its citizens. Dewar Public Schools identified 150 of its students who were eligible for the grant.
It was a good feeling, because then I had a laptop I could use, like my own personal, so I wouldn't have to worry about if something happened to it.
Even the superintendent's daughter, Talon Bean, was able to benefit from the money.
Honestly, just kind of stressful. I was really nervous about not getting to go to school, and then we had to postpone it for so long. And everything with virtual learning, it was just really stressful and overwhelming.
Even though Dewar went back to the classroom in October, Talon is able to still work remotely when needed.
Honestly, it just took one thing off. It was a lot relieving, because I didn't have a computer, so that was one thing I didn't have to worry about, was buying that, and I was actually able to get one that I could use for a long time after high school too.
Students are adapting to all of the challenges brought on by the pandemic.
Pretty hectic, actually. It's just, I'm not used to it. I was just used to coming to school, going to normal classes, and now have to wear a mask and stuff. It's just all crazy.
It's been good working at your own pace, because there's been times I want to go a bit faster or slower, so having the ability to work at your own pace has been pretty nice.
It's not a normal school year by any means, but tribes and school officials are doing what they can to keep kids and teachers safe while learning, no matter where they live.
Well, at the end of the day, we're all parents, and we all see it at home too, that all these kids are actually struggling virtually with the new technology and this big cultural shift that we're facing.
For me, being a Muscogee Creek citizen, it was one of the best expenditures that I've seen personally go to work face to face, how it helped a kid.
Next week, we're heading to the Cherokee Nation, where the tribe is turning an old Walmart into a medical-grade N95 mask-making facility. How PPE facilities built with CARES Act dollars are helping frontline healthcare workers. In Dewar, covering Native America, Road to Recovery, I'm Tony Russell. 2 Works for You. To see more stories in our Road to Recovery series, log on to our website, kjrh.com. Enrolled members of a Native tribe in our area, we want to hear from you. Email us at nativeamericarecovery at kgrh.com to let us know how the CARES Act funding is working for you.